So today was a pretty interesting start to the ARG Invitational. Today we opened up the vlog with the idea that we were going to try something new. We were going to play some Pokemon today at the ARG Invitational, hop into a last chance qualifier, see if we can make some dreams happen, and potentially qualify for an event.
Come on, it doesn't have...
Behind me in the middle of goddamn nowhere is the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center, and this weekend, weekend August 10th, is the ARG Invitational. ARG stands for Ultra Reality Games, and it is a company that originally got their start in Yu-Gi-Oh, but since then they've expanded to multiple card games, and today is the culmination of all those events, all those circuit series. It's the pinnacle of competitive play. They have multiple events across multiple different card games going on today, and I'm going to try to hop into a couple different ones. Today we're starting with the last chance qualifiers for the Pokemon Invitational. Now I have very little experience with Pokemon, but my boy Owen back here, he lent me a deck, and we're gonna see if we can make some dreams come true and do some good shit on my first run.
Hopefully you don't fucking suck.
Oh, I'll fucking suck. It's regardless. That's what's gonna happen. Can I get the shirt? Yeah. Yeah, turns out things just didn't go our way with that. So you know how I said I was gonna do the Pokemon LCQs? Turns out those don't actually exist. I'd have to somehow find 8 people to want to do a Pokemon LCQ, and I think the odds are kind of stacked against me to try to find people to do that. The LCQ is just for the Invitational, which, like I said, that's the biggest event here. It's for Yu-Gi-Oh, it's for Cardfight Vanguard, just all the card games here have an Invitational, and then also our card games have a circuit series. Now, a circuit series is normally its own event in its own right. It has its own day, it has its own weekend, but since it's the ARG Invitational, they have the biggest event of the season, which is the Invitational, but they also have circuit series running throughout the weekend as well. The circuit series, anybody can join those, including myself, so I think maybe tomorrow I might hop myself into one of the circuit series. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, we'll figure it out. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet. I'll take you guys around though, and I'll show you like what's cooking here at the Invitational in Philadelphia. So wait, which ones are like exclusive ones out of all of these?
Like, well, this one we print a bunch of, but then we have the shiny version.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah. We have this limited one. It's the I think Super Challenger.
It says error print, so like, what's wrong with it?
Let me open this. A lot of our error prints actually aren't really errors. It's just the thing is our quality control is just so high now that the littlest thing knocks it down to an error print. Yeah, can you find anything wrong with that, Matt?
Not quite. Wait,
yeah,
you want to tell me what's wrong with it?
I don't know either, but somebody thought something was wrong with it, so it's half off.
Played a lot of Pokemon casually today, and I learned a lot about the game. Played some Buzzwool in that deck. Buzzwool, excuse me. That deck seems pretty broken. Some other cool shit happened at this event. We actually ended up going to the event today without a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, but we left the event with a foiled out Trickstar deck. That's just, it's not mine. My friend Noah was nice enough to lend it to me, but yeah, we're all set to play in the Yu-Gi-Oh circuit series tomorrow. So maybe while the Pokemon dream hasn't been realized yet, we can actually take this event and play Yu-Gi-Oh rather seriously. I'm very excited to see what we can make happen tomorrow in the circuit series. But yeah, as for a day one, kind of cool. Just looking forward to the rest of the weekend here. Oh, and how do you feel about the rest of the weekend?
I want to die.
Yeah, man, me too. Don't worry. Sure, if you want to do that. Back at the ARG Invitational, this time for day 1 of the Invitational event, big event. Again, LCQs were yesterday. Couldn't quite hop into one because the Pokemon ones didn't exist, but hey, we are where we are. Got into the Circuit Series, didn't get much time to end up recap what's going on for the day. We are playing in the Circuit Series, which is not the Invitational. So it's not the bigger event of the two, but it still is a rather event because the Circuit Series, as I said before, get their own weekends on their own. Just finished with round 2. We got the win. We're currently 2-0. I actually did record the second match. I was going to record the first, but we ran into some trouble.
Do you have permission to be recording matches?
I don't. Is it a... Okay, I have permission from him. I do have to get permission from the judge.
Unfortunately, you're not allowed to record in the venue. You don't have videography rights for the venue.
Okay. Judge said I couldn't record the match between personal players, so I said, all right, put it away, no problem. Short story short, we took it against Mech Knights 2-0. I went up and then asked the tournament organizer if it's okay if I record my personal match. He said it's fine, just make sure I get permission from the other player. So that's what we did. Round 2, let's recap it. Round 2, we played against an anti-meta deck, just pretty much pure anti-meta. We're talking Fossil Dyna, Thunder King Ryo, the works. Playing pure Sky Strikers, it's kind of a difficult matchup for me because if this person drops Inspector Border, much like he did game 1, it's going to be just hell for me to get through. Luckily, I want to say this guy was pretty new at the game. There's a lot of plays he made that just confused me. For example, he activated Unending Nightmare at a point where he could have popped my light stage and I wouldn't get a search, but he just didn't activate the effect to pop the light stage. It was just very confusing. Some of the plays he made were just suboptimal. He played Dark Bribe in his deck as well as another thing, which that on its own speaks volumes. Everybody's got to start somewhere, I guess, but the anti-meta matchup actually went a lot easier than I thought it would. Round 1, we got to the Scapegoat, and he just didn't have a response as we went off to wipe his board. Making Link monsters and stuff was pretty cool when you can actually play them with Inspector Border. And then game 2, we sided out all of our hand traps, decided all of our Altergeist hate, and because the matchup kind of go hand in hand there, and I just kind of gave him the smack with Heavy Storm Duster. I baited out his Dark Bribe that I knew he set with Mind Control because I thought it'd be something he would want to keep, his Banisher Radiance, even though there was nothing I could do, but he did Dark Bribe it like I expected, and from there I could activate Heavy Storm Duster to pop 2 more back row to really just clear the way for me to win. Also, the way he set his cards, I don't know if you can tell from the footage, but the way he sets his cards, I could clearly see every card he was setting. So game 2, when he set his whole board, I knew he had Solemn Strike, a Burning Mirror Force, Dark Bribe I had to play around. I knew what exactly I had to play around, so it made it a little bit easier for me. I told him right afterwards, I said, you should probably watch the way you set your cards because I can see everything you're doing. Yep. Be careful when you're setting your cards because the way you set them, I could see them. So wasn't that difficult of a match, but I'm feeling really confident. We're moving forward into round 3 here, and I'm gonna win this circuit, man. I've got money on it that I will win this circuit. Bet on it. The DBZ finals over there, or something like that. I can't quite tell what card game it is, but since there's a DBZ judge over there, I have to make a bold assumption. We're here last day of the ARG Invitational. They're wrapping up the finals of the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Doug Zeef, it's a familiar name you guys might have heard. He actually hit top 32, but he didn't get to top 16, which is where the money's at. Kind of unfortunate, but still a great run. Oh yeah. So as you probably could tell by like the lack of pomp and circumstance or whatever, last night's Circuit Series didn't go as well as planned. Rather unfortunate, just we lost to the Paleozoic matchup. Whatever, weird matchup for my deck, understandably not the best. Played against Altergeist this tournament too, and it was actually kind of easy. I understood the matchup and I practiced a lot with Doug, who ended up playing it in the main event. So I felt like I was rather versed in like a control matchup, or a matchup that's going to be played a little bit slower. But Paleozoic's just a completely different beast on its own though. I felt like I couldn't get around to Toad. That was just one of the most difficult cards to get around, and we ended up losing because of it. I felt like there wasn't much I could do. I did play to my outs as best as I could, I think. Whatever, just kind of the standard. I don't normally win a lot of tournaments anyways, but I had a lot of fun this weekend at the Circuit Series. Today's Sunday. I don't think there's much to do. I was going to do the Pokemon circuit, but actually what that is it's best of 1. Super odd, by the way. They're going to be wrapping up most of the Invitational tournaments today, which is super exciting. I'm excited to see who comes out on top in the ARG Yu-Gi-Oh! Invitational. That's the big one. So hopefully we get some good results there. A lot of big recognizable faces in the top cut though, so hopefully you see somebody that I know, or at least I'm aware of, take the crown. That'd be really cool. But lots of money on hand here, lots of cash prizes, big notoriety here. at the ARG Invitational. We'll see what happens when they wrap it up. Starting to wrap up this weekend here at the ARG Invitational. Yu-Gi-Oh! Wrapped up, as well as a couple other games are wrapping up now. Congratulations to Aaron Furman for taking first place at the ARG Invitational. It's really dope. Wins a whole bunch of cash prizes. Actually, give me a sec, I'll look it up. First place wins 4,000 cash plus a trophy. So hey, that's kind of dope. And also second place gets 2,000 cash and a trophy. Not bad. Pretty significant jump, but still, that's a lot of money. I wish there was more stuff to do on Friday. But Saturday, of course, there's all the circuit series, which is great because, again, those normally have their own weekends. But also Sunday is pretty cool because they have the 1K event. If you haven't found yourself in an ARG event, I would definitely make your way out there. They're the only tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh! That actually do cash prizes. That's fucking wild. And again, they're all run very well. Jim and the rest of ARG staff are really great stand-up people. I would definitely find your way out to an ARG event if it's near you. If you guys want to keep up to date with ARG, where they're going and everything, you can follow their Facebook group, which is the ARG Circuit Series. I'll leave a link to that down in the description below, but also I'll leave a link to their website that you guys can follow to keep up to date when there might be a circuit series coming near you. Altogether, great time this weekend, and I'm happy I could bring you guys along for the ride. If you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, definitely subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. So thanks for watching, guys. Nim Nim, signing out.